Hi, good morning. Happy Thursday. This is Your Yoga Life with Viviane Wolf. I am Viviane Wolf, and this week we are talking about aligning with our values, and we're digging deep into the yogic concepts of the yamas, or the moral restraints. Today we are talking about Brahmacharya, which is also known as non-excess. Back in the 1800s, when Sanskrit was being translated by armchair anthropologists, usually in Britain or in New England or things like that, they decided that Brahmacharya translated to chastity or celibacy. And in fact, the Yoga Sutra for Brahmacharya says the chaste acquire vitality. So this is kind of confusing, especially in a modern world, because I feel like it was mistranslated back then. The idea of chastity was not simply a sexual or a romantic idea back in 300 BCE or whenever Patanjali wrote these. So a lot of scholars nowadays who are going back to the original transcripts and are retranslating them are now showing that this means more of a moderation, a conscious use of your energy, as opposed to just throwing your energy away. So if we take that to a sexual place, the idea is that you are being conscious with your sexuality and not just banging for banging's sake. Yeah, that I'm holding with that. So Brahmacharya, non-excess, the right use of energy. So whenever we're talking about this, specifically like the physical aspect of this, we're talking about how sometimes the push for fitness is to look better, to stand up to a certain standard, to be like a model, to take cool pictures, or to look beautiful, to strive to be skinnier, younger, healthier. Healthier usually doesn't come into it. More flexible, stronger. This sometimes bypasses our actual abilities to be at our optimal wellness. And so whenever you're practicing Brahmacharya on the physical level, what you want to do is you want to, again, listen to your body. This should be something that you are starting to notice a trend on in all of these yamas. Listen to your body, and it will tell you if you are using your energy in the correct way. It will tell you when to work and when to rest. So for your mind, you want to spend less energy on worrying or regret. And again, that's something that I talk about a lot, is that you can only live in the present moment. So you should expend your mental energy on what is directly before you, what is at hand at the moment, where you are in this moment, instead of using your energy to worry about the future, or to regret the past, or to relive, even trying to think of the right words to say this properly, but if you spend most of your energy reliving nostalgic times, like if you were a big football star, or if your clubbing days, what you consider were your best days, or college was, where it was at with all the frat parties and things like that. If you spend most of your energy trying to relive the glory days, you are violating Brahmacharya, because you're not using your energy in a conscious way. So stay present, stay in the moment. Try to use less energy on worry or regret, or even nostalgia. Create new, beautiful memories in this moment. For your soul, using your energy to create things in a purposeful way will connect you to your true self, to your truth. So using your creative energy to get a message out into the world, to create ease in your own mind. These are the things you should be focusing your energy on to feed and nurture your soul. And just in everyday life, moderation in all things, in what you eat, in how much you sleep, in how much you spend, how much you buy, how much you work, how much you play. Moderation in all things. Have fun. Don't have too much fun. There is such a thing. So are you filling your, and another thing is, are you using your energy in these moments in the most effective, creative way? So are you working, like if you work in an office, are you spending your time in that office actually doing purposeful work? Are you creating and pushing a project? Are you making money for your company, or creating new digital services, or whatever it is that you do in your job? Or are you just doing busy work? Are you pushing paper around? Are you lining up your paper clips? Is that what you want to spend your energy on? Do you want to spend your energy at work playing on Facebook? And again, like I said, this is also a scale where you are using every ounce of your energy to its fullest potential in the most creative way that you can, and then being a total energy glutton over here. And we're usually somewhere in the middle, maybe a little closer to the higher end, but we can take little baby steps to get closer, if that makes sense. If that doesn't make sense, please leave a comment, and I'll be happy to try to explain it in a more clear way. So another way that this might be a violation of Brahmacharya is doing work that drains you. So if you're not being purposeful, you're not feeling creative, what tasks are you doing that drain you, and can you delegate them to someone else, or can you just not do them? So it's something to think about. It's maybe a way to realign your life so that you are living more in moderation, and which will give you more energy to focus on the things that give you joy and purpose. So this question comes from Emma Newland in her Brahmacharya article for Yoga Journal. So if you want to read more about that, I can post an article. I can post a link below. But my favorite question that she asks in her article is, so what behavior leads you toward your higher power and helps make the right use of your energy? So you might use that as a journal prompt. I'll say it again. What behavior leads you towards your higher power and helps make the right use of your energy? So while you think about that, let's go into our yoga pose to embody Brahmacharya. So we're going to come onto our mat. Da, 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 da. And on our mat, we're just going to take it nice and easy today. Coming onto all fours and then sinking our hips back towards our heels, coming into a child's pose. From here, we're going to let our head bow, our arms come forward. We're going to take, turn our palms up. We're going to take our first finger and our second finger, or our pointer finger and our middle finger, and we're going to extend them. The rest of the fingers come together to rest thumb over fingers here. Just reaching those forward and allowing the head to bow here. Take a few breaths here. Good, and then to come back, you release your hands, bring the palms down, bring them close to the body so you can shift your weight forward back into tabletop pose. And then gently make your way to a seated or a standing position. All right, so Da, 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 that's our yoga pose to embody Brahmacharya. So you can add it to the other 3 that we have done this week. 1 for Ahimsa, 1 for Satya, 1 for Asteya, and now 1 for Brahmacharya. And have a little flow set to help you embody your values. So for tomorrow, I am going to be broadcasting this live from Tokyo in Tulsa, an anime convention that I guest teach at, and I really love this convention. Unfortunately, I'm not really sure what my schedule is going to be tomorrow, so I'm going to try to keep it as close to the 10:30 time as I can, but it may be a little before or maybe a little after. So until tomorrow, I hope you have a moderately joyful day, and I will see you next time. Namaste.